How far should schools go to help prepare kids for the possibility of an active shooter? Well, that debate is happening in DeWitt right now because of what's known as ALICE training. The training includes police shooting at the students with Nerf guns, and that's raising concerns. But as our Alani Latang tells us, police, several parents, and even students think it's necessary for the world we live in.
It's kind of scary to think about it during the fact, like, oh my gosh, this could really happen.
Alicia Wolf, a junior, remembers the times when lockdown drills were just hide and wait for help. Now officials tell us that's not always the best option, and neither is just telling kids what to do.
And you retain what somebody tells you a lot of times, 10%. If you're actively, physically doing it, you're going to remember, and it's 90%.
The ALICE training stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. It's used to play out certain safety options during an active violent incident. Unfortunately, now making its way into schools, especially after the more than 300 mass shootings nationwide this year, according to the Gun Violence Archive.
I think the more realistic it is, it's helping them face the reality of what could possibly happen in the most realistic way that they can, with still keeping everyone safe.
Somebody's shooting at us. There's a shooter on campus. He's attacking us.
News 10 has heard concerns that the training might be too dramatic for students because police use Nerf gun blasters to simulate an active shooting, actually firing at the student.
It can prepare us more for something that could happen, but I don't know if it's super realistic. The Nerf guns are probably like as realistic as it's going to get, but it might be too much in some aspects. I guess it just depends on the person and how they look at it.
We have incorporated having counselors take part in the drill, to be there during the drill, and also to be available after the drill. Sometimes a student may react because it is a simulation.
The district doesn't force students to participate. A student can choose to sit out if they want to, but officials say they could be missing out on an important life lesson.
And this is preparing your student, your son, daughter, for the rest of their life. And I'm sorry to say, this is what we're living in now. Whether you have to be on your game all the time, either when you're at the mall, at a movie theater, a restaurant, a bank. We're having shootings everywhere. So, if you don't want to limit your child to this training, that's your right, but I think you're kind of providing a hindrance to their survivability if something does happen.
Alani Latang, Fox 47 News.
Schools are required to have 3 lockdown drills a year. Most schools, including DeWitt, let parents know after the drill is finished. Now, that's a safety precaution to prevent someone from using a scheduled drill to pull off an actual shooting.